Hi, it's Jay. I wanted to make another video today for you guys. I just wanted to talk about feeling down and how to things to do when you're feeling down to help elevate your mood and to help feel better. So I know a lot of people have like seasonal depression, or definitely when the seasons change, that can affect their mood. So where I live, actually, it is transitioning from winter into spring, spring going into summer. It's still kind of going from cold to hot. Some days it's really nice and spring-like. The other days it's back down to the colder weather. Usually I love the cold weather. Fall was always my favorite season, but for some reason this past winter, it just had me feeling down. It really was not what I was used to. Usually in the winter, I like to go to different restaurants or bars. I like the winter fashion. I like the fact that I don't sweat in the winter. It's not humid. But this past winter, I don't know if everybody kind of felt this, but it just felt like sad and heavy and boring. So it definitely started to affect me. I'm now finally getting, some sun when I go out and I take walks. Getting the vitamin D, just helping to elevate my mood has really helped. So that brings me to my number one point. Walking or exercising outside definitely helps to elevate your mood. Even if it's just 15 minutes a day, on your lunch break, or if you can go for a walk after work, it's definitely relaxing. It helps to take the stress away from the day. It helps you to move and feel active. Like I said, I'm not somebody who works out, so just going for a simple walk is a big step for me. I went on an hour walk the other day and it felt great. And sometimes I'll listen to headphones, but honestly, sometimes just not listening to anything, listening to just nature, the birds chirping, like the wind blowing. There's a little stream by me, so the stream, the sound of the water, it's very relaxing and it's very grounding, and it kind of helps me to like center myself and just realize that, you know, sometimes all the commotion and the noise and the social media and the phone calls and the work and everything, it's just too much. We're just so inundated with information. Just going back to the simple things like taking a walk, feeling the sun on your skin, um, getting the breeze in your hair, just overall feeling back at one with nature does help to elevate your mood. If there's like a walking trail by your house, that's a good idea. If you have a small radius just to kind of walk around your block, honestly, that does help. So just definitely getting some fresh air. A lot of times we do tend to, or at least I do tend to stay in the house a lot. Maybe just go to a bar, like I said, or a restaurant, but all those environments are there's almost sensory overload because there's different music going on, there's commotion, there's conversation, there's TVs playing. Like just getting back to like the simple things and nature really does help to relax and reset your body. Another thing I find helpful in elevating your mood is to turn your phone off. Now, I know for some people that's like, oh God, I could never do that. And that's how I was. But I have been limiting my phone time. That's talking to people, that's texting people, that's going on social media. Just setting a period of time where my phone is completely off. It gives me some time to mentally relax and not be a slave to my phone, because when you get a text, you're constantly rushing to check it, or you feel that there's this urgency if someone calls you. There's not a lot of things that are that important that they can't wait until the next day. So if you need to just give your brain a mental break, maybe you had a tough day at work, zoning out and going on the phone doesn't always work for everybody. Some people find it relaxing, but over time, just even staring at the screen all day is going to cause fatigue. So just turning the phone off completely. I mean, let people know, of course. I'll tell my family, like, look, I'm turning my phone off. I don't want to be on the phone. Maybe it's for a day, maybe it's for a week. I mean, I did it for like over a week, and it really helped to relax me and give me some time just to be with myself, and it was peaceful. Um, Also, I mean, if there is someone in your family or a friend that you can talk to, that's great. But what I'm trying to tell you is if you just take some time to try to bring peace to yourself, that's what I'm trying to emphasize here. Ways that you can elevate your mood on your own. It's great if you do have family, but there's going to be times where they just physically can't be there. Um, Maybe even emotionally they can't be there. They might have a lot of stuff going on and they can't be emotionally available for you. So knowing how to kind of self-soothe and regulate your own emotions is powerful and it's helpful. Also, getting a hobby is really helpful. I There's not a whole lot of things that I'm like genuinely super interested in when it comes to like different hobbies, but there is one thing that I've always wanted to try. So when I was younger and Shakira was really popular, I always tried to do belly dancing. And I always told myself that one day I was going to take a belly dancing class. So that is on my to-do list. I do want to go to a belly dancing class just to try it, just for fun. I know that there's things that you can do online, like I could just very easily watch a video, but the whole point is to get out of the house, to get around a group of people who are also interested in the same things, and we're learning something together. So we're getting that fun energy, that curiosity, and just trying something new and stepping out of your comfort zone. So if there's something that you want to try, I would say, if you want to research it, look it up, read about it, and then see if there's any way you can put it to practice and you can try it. There's a lot of different like meetup groups and things that will be for people who are interested in trying a certain activity. Like I saw meetup groups for kayaking or wine and painting. So there's different things that you can explore that you may have had some interest in but never actually tried them. Trying new things and learning about new things, it helps to build your confidence, and it just helps to make you just overall like a more knowledgeable person in general when you find that you can learn something new, teach yourself something new, step out of your comfort zone, try something new. So even if it's something, like I said, that you just wanted to read about, to get some information on, maybe you're just in that phase where you're just exploring different things and you want to get a little bit more background on a subject, or something. Like, I'm trying to think of other things I was interested in. Some people are interested in learning how to play like different card games, poker or something like that. There's always something that you can research and something that you can learn. And believe it or not, when you take the time just to read about something new, it's doing something in your brain where you're going to get excited about it. You're going to get curious about it. You're going to want to continue to get that good feeling of learning. Learning does elevate your mood. Feeling like you've learned a new skill, or you're in the process of trying to learn something that you genuinely are interested in, that does help to elevate your mood. Another important thing that I would definitely recommend is getting enough sleep. I know we live in a society where it's almost just second nature to say, yeah, I slept for 2, 3 hours, 4 hours last night, and you just go on with your day like nothing happened. That's not normal, and that lack of sleep and lack of just caring for your body is going to catch up to you. It's going to present in different ways, whether that's feeling physical pain or just mental fatigue or just overall in a bad mood. Sleep is so important. So rather than sleeping minimal hours and then trying to drink a bunch of coffee to elevate your mood, give your body time to relax, time to shut off. I usually will put my phone on do not disturb at, I think it was like even 8 o'clock. I know that's early, but I want to just decompress. I want to relax. I want to get away from the stress of the day and get away from the obligations. So having my phone on at night and constantly checking in and checking messages, my body's always in the it's always in like that state of, "Ugh, I gotta do something, I gotta do something, I can't relax, I gotta check this message, I gotta call this person back, I gotta read what they wrote." You just need to give yourself some time to rest and just kind of shut everything off, shut out the world, and relax. And it's hard for some people to relax. Honestly, one of the things that I do, I really like watching QVC. For some reason, that is relaxing. I don't even order anything, but I just like to watch it. So I'll just have that on at night, sometimes until I'm about to fall asleep. So if it is like having a show on, but something that's light, something that you don't have to think too much when you're watching, but also something where you don't have to, where it's not that distracting. Like I don't have to be staring at the TV. I can listen to what they're saying. I can glance and see what they're talking about, but it's not something where where all my attention is on it. So I can just kind of zone out in a way that helps me to take my mind off of my day and then naturally kind of wind down. Also breathing, like taking deep breaths throughout the day, just a moment to breathe and to relax and really just appreciate that you can do something that simple. I know it sounds silly, but I've definitely worked with people where they didn't have, abilities that we take for granted. Maybe they couldn't see well, they couldn't hear well, they couldn't grip something with their hands, they couldn't walk freely without pain or without assistance. Like we really take for granted the simplest tasks. Like sometimes I just say, thank you that I feel good today. I appreciate that I can, move around with no pain. I mean, I'm somebody who I have been in several different accidents. So there was a time where I was in a lot of pain. I had to do physical therapy and I know what it's like to feel bad. So I really try to focus on the times when I feel really good, like where I don't feel any back pain or neck pain. I don't take those good moments for granted. So just kind of appreciating simple little tasks that maybe before would hurt, like it would hurt for me to even like move my head down, my neck, turn to the side. So sometimes I just catch myself like, oh, I'm moving and I don't feel any discomfort, and that's a blessing, and I appreciate that, So just reminding yourself of the little things that maybe you take for granted is definitely a way to help elevate your mood and be appreciative. I always say health is wealth. If you don't have your health, you can have all the money in the world, but I mean, if it's my decision, I'd rather not have that much money, but not be in chronic pain, So I definitely sometimes just need to center myself and remember how lucky I am that I am here and I can do certain activities. And, you can always find something that you can be grateful for, and you have to remember those things and don't take those things for granted. And then lastly, I will say, just finding time to even write things down is helpful. I've looked back at like old journals that I had from when I was younger and I was complaining about certain things, and I realized like, wow, the things that I thought I would never get over, the things that I thought were so terrible, I read them and I laugh now. Not to like downplay anything that, I thought was a big deal at the time, but sometimes journaling or writing things down can help you get the thoughts out of your head and onto paper. And then you can close the book, you can, pick it up, look at it later, but get those negative thoughts out, write them down. Even if you're just going to talk about them, say them out loud, do like a video journal or just something to get the negative thoughts out of your head. You can really control what you think about. And I know it's hard and it does take practice, but you can change the way that your brain thinks. So, for example, there was a situation that I've been thinking about for the past 2 weeks and it's still bothering me. But when I find myself like really thinking about it, I acknowledge that I'm thinking about it, don't try to ignore it, but I tell myself, what is the benefit of thinking about this right now? What good is coming from this thought? This thought is not doing anything for me. It's actually physically just stressing me out and making me tired. So sometimes I'll just stick a pin in it and I'll train my brain to focus on something else. You do have to train your brain. It's like, building a muscle. Your brain is a muscle. So you're training it that when you get that negative thought, acknowledge it, but then switch to thinking about something else. And it does take time. I'm still in the process of training my brain and focusing on what I'm thinking about. So these were just a couple pointers and tips to help elevate your mood, de-stress, change the direction maybe that you've been going in. Maybe, like I said, you've just been feeling really down and you want to kind of get to a better level, get to a better headspace. This is me telling you, make an effort, try. If you fall, get up, try again. It's going to take practice. It's a work in progress. But if it's really something that you want to do, you can do anything. Like you can really do anything that you want to do if you really just focus, discipline, and give yourself grace. So until next time, bye guys. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon.